Hmm. OBS not detecting. You heard? Did you just heard me? Hello? Did that work? It was a great start. Or not really, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't know why it stopped detecting in OBS, but there we go. Thank you. This was gonna be a test, but what I was saying before is I have like an ear infection, so the pain is mostly gone, but it still makes it sleeping kind of hard. And I have prep to do for a RPG, and I thought I might as well do it while I can't sleep because I can at least be somewhat productive. Thank you for being here. Also, thank you for lurking Showtime. I just saw that, by the way. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing, Scrub Lord, Scrub Lord Rebirthed? How you doing? How's your night? Oh, nice. I'm guessing you GM Pathfinder then. I never played Path. I played Pathfinder Beginner Day during the beginner box during one of those beginner day events, but it's never been something I ran. I ran D&D, but this is gonna be for a Star Wars game, and I thought it might be cool to have co-working thing. I don't know. I don't really have a Pomodoro set up, but it might be nice, right? And see if this is something I kind of want to do more than once. GM and play, yeah. Right now I'm working on a future. I want to play another free archetype. Is that one of those adventure paths for Pathfinder? I will move this to desktop capture. At least people can see what I'm doing. It might not be too clear what I'm doing because I'm on an ultra wide, so like my canvas on OBS is at 4K, but I'm streaming at 1080p, so the image is shrunk. For the most part, you guys will see like the maps and stuff, and maybe my notes as I write. So I can make I use Notion.so for writing my notes down, and that's how I like keep track of everything. I am gonna be running the Star Wars RPG, the Age of Rebellion. Age of Rebellion. So if for people who don't know, I love this system, and I'm running a Edge of the Empire game on Tuesdays. But one of my players got this gig for like a show, and as a script supervisor, so we're taking off 2 weeks from that because well, it's it's work, it's paid work, so I want her to do it. So I'm gonna be running this beginner game one shot, this box set as a one shot for the other players, and we'll be doing that on this coming Thursday. So I'm very excited because I love this system. But no, free archetype is an optional rule. Basically, gets you free archetype feats every even levels, which are kind of like multi-class levels in D&D. They were half as strong and not always with full classes. Some are just arc. Okay, that's cool. Um, I do love one thing I do like about Pathfinder is like all the optional rules that they have. I know there's something with like proficiency that I don't need a lot of rules myself now. I feel like as I get more experience, I prefer less rules or combat systems that kind of get out of the way. What I like about this system, the Star Wars system, is it's very cinematic. And if the players completely just go around and encounter, like combat wise, it feels narratively satisfying. Where I felt in D&D, you kind of need the combat because like the stories in these systems do really well when it's like high fantasy heroic stuff going on. But maybe it's just because I haven't run much. You know, I've run D&D, but like I ran very sandbox style. I actually prefer XP over milestone. How do you run your stuff, Scrub Lord? And I gotta. Oh, yeah, I don't need to fill that out. Campaign database. So this is from an old game, but they were also in the Edge of Rebellion branch. So I might just kind of recycle stuff from here and put that there. That was in January. Oh, look at that. This is perfect. I already have all the stuff there. My character is a rat folk wizard with a feat called Laprat, picked out just for flavor. His main archetype, he is two technically, but still is rune scarred, which is basically you're covered, and I mean covered, in functional runes scattered into you, which is where the lab rat. Okay, that's cool. How to Do you have an idea of how your rat folk wizard became rune scarred? Like, is that right into your backstory or something? Can the runes scarred be used like in a at can you use those runes? Um, I'm are you? I'm guessing you're familiar with D&D since you play Pathfinder. There's like a lot of overlap there. But there's this for D&D. The game rules. It's a fighter. I'll put it bigger. They have this the Rune Knight, and they put runes into their weapons and their armor, and I love the utility of this subclass. It is so fun. It makes playing a fighter so much fun because they get really great runes, and like is does this can you do that with being a rune scarred? And still new GM, so I've been running it. I mean, that's cool. That's how I feel. I feel it's way better to start that way than doing a whole homebrew by yourself because there's so much to learn, right? How long have you been GMing for? For me, it's about 8 years. 8 years. I think 8 years. Somewhere around then. Do you use Foundry? Because Pathfinder is apparently amazing on Foundry. Okay. First thing I need is I don't need the receipt there. That can go away. This is Age of Rebellion. That can go away. Okay. So this is the core rules, and I want the beginner game. I still use written material stuff. It's just so helpful. Like, I can homebrew a whole adventure, but I'm kind of short on time to prep it in Foundry, so I don't really want to deal all that while being sick. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind usually. Age Rebellion, beginner game. Here we go. Okay, and then these two. There we go. Okay. And yes, you can use the runes. They basically act like bonus spell slots. Is how they work. They also get special feats, but they're pretty versatile. And yeah, the backstory basically involves him being kidnapped and used for experiments. After all, the rat folk has yada yada and escape habits. No, that's cool. About a year or two, I think. I mean, that's cool though. Like, my favorite thing as a GM is when a player decides, like, after playing with me, that they want a GM, and let's see, after my D&D game, I ran a bunch of games for during COVID lockdown. The starter set, Lost Minds of Phandelver. I ran that for like 5 groups, cause like it was COVID lockdown. What else were you gonna do, right? It was the best time to play tabletop RPGs. And from that group, I chose people for my campaign who I wanted for like something long term. But there were 4 people in the groups in total. 4 people. Now we've kept in touch, and they've started running their own games, and I love that. I'm in one of their games right now. We're almost near the end at like 60 something sessions, and my 3-year campaign went for 90 sessions, and we played in person for that, and it was amazing. And since then, I've run like Cyberpunk for other people, and Cyberpunk Red, and one of the players, it was her first RPG ever, Cyberpunk Red. She also streams, and she bought the rule book, and she's getting ready to like run her first one shot and then see how she can go from there, which I love. That makes me so happy when a person gets into running games. The other archetype he has is Spell Trickster. In Pathfinder, every spellcasting class can use meta magic, but it takes longer to cast the spells, meaning worse action economy if you do. And Spell Trickster is just, hey bud, like being able to use mana on specific spells but no action economy. Because Pathfinder uses 3 actions, right? And then that's it. Like, is movement an action or is that its own thing? And casting a spell, is that 2 actions? Is that what it is? Like, how does that work? Uh, can I call you? Can I call you Scrub? Or do you have a name you prefer? Also, where are you from? Is this like your normal operating time? This is, I'm, I'm all over the place time wise. Like, I'm from New York City, but I I usually stream earlier because I watch people at night. But I don't know. I experimenting. Also, and look at these guys. You got Palpatine there. You got Darth Vader there. It's like minute. I usually go to bed like 2 a.m. because yeah. So are you in the? What is that? Almost 3 hours behind. So you're on the West Coast. Yeah, Meta Magic is an extra action to cast. Different spells have different actions. And yeah, moving is an action. Okay. No, I do like the simplicity of just 3 actions. Like, you move, that's an action. You attack, it's an action, or whatever. But like, it's very simple. D&D, like, I taught brand new players, and action, bonus action, reaction, special action, legendary action, all this stuff, and then spell slots on top was just it is very confusing, right? It's a lot for someone who has no experience, who doesn't play video games. It's a lot to pick up on. You might understand spell slots and stuff because you've played like Baldur's Gate. You just play video games, you know. But if you don't play any of that, right? Like, it's a lot of jargon you're learning, and it doesn't make sense to people. And it's just, that's something I like about the other Cyberpunk Red. I love Cyberpunk Red. Let's see. Do I have it on here? I own everything physically for Cyberpunk Red. I own everything physically for this system too. Oh yeah, I got this too. I bought this because like for 5th edition though, which I know might be like sacrilege for some people. I have a friend. He really wants me to run Pathfinder, but I was like, I don't know if I want to learn a new system right now. I want to try out something that they've made though. They released Abomination Walls for D&D, and I might give it a shot because I hear a lot of great things about their writing for their adventure paths. So this lets me at least step a foot into like Paizo's world and see what it's like before like really buy anything Pathfinder related, like book wise. But yeah, West Coast. That's an example of the different of the different spell actions. Fireball is 2 actions. Shield is 1 action, and basically any summon. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That okay. I thought all spells would be the same. No, but that's really cool. So I can't remember if summon spells are concentrated now. Let me see if a summon spell is concentrated in D&D. Summon Beast. Summon Beast? I don't know. 1 hour concentration. So is concentration is a thing, right? In Pathfinder, right? Is it or no? Can you let me know? Because I wonder if that also interacts with the action system. Like, can you spend more time? I don't know. Can you concentrate harder? Like, spending actions to concentrate or something? I don't know. Also, instead of using your normal meta magic on your spells with Spell Trickster, each one you pick up gives you access to an alternate version of the spell, which is really cool. Pathfinder, technically, all spells are concentration. But Pathfinder, how does it work? There's what do you call it? Pathfinder 2e Aether. Aether, here we go. Archives of Nethys, that thing. I always think of it as Aether. It always takes so long to load though. Here we go. Concentration. Pathfinder is just you have to be able to think clearly to be consistently cast it. I honestly don't know how to how to understand that. Let's see. Casting a spell. They have actions. Basic aid, crawl, delay, drop. I saw spell here. Let's see. That's probably just a different spell, so right? Full rules on spells. Here we go. No, this is too wide. Whether it comes in the form of mystic or okay. Characters or spells can cast a number or okay. You must spend time each day preparing spells for that day. Each spell is expended after a single casting. So if you want to cast a particular spell more than once a day, you need to prepare that spell. Oh, this is like classic, still Vancian style magic, right? So some spells will have effects that can muddle your thoughts. So you have to make that check. Oh, I like that. Do you have an example of a spell? Do you know that I can like look up here? I do appreciate they have everything here for free though. It is cool. Which is why it's so good on Foundry, because all the rules are there. So they just have it all on Foundry. No, let's see. Let's look at a spell that's I don't know, occult. Can I load? Let's load a 3rd level spell. Aberrant Whispers. Cast 1 to 3 actions. That means 3? The little dots like that? Right? This means 3 actions? Scrub. Bloodline Aberrant. Cast 1 to 3. Yeah, the dots means the number. Okay, cool. Duration's 1 round. So that means you're probably not concentrating, right? Success, the target is unaffected. Okay, heightened. You utter phrases in unknown tongue, assaulting the minds of those nearby. Each target must attempt a will save. Each target is temporarily immune for 1 minute. Let me see something that lasts for longer than a round. Murmuration. What does that mean? What does the U mean? Uncommon? I'm guessing. Duration. Sustain up to 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, they use uncommon. Okay. The target feels the brush of feathers against its skin and hears screeches in its ears. Once per round, the target must move closer. Target moves closer to the designated creature. It must attempt a will save or take 1d4 piercing or sonic damage. The target is unaffected. Critical failure. I guess I gotta look more at the rules though to understand. Let's see. Okay, prepared spells. Each spell is expended after a single casting. You might gain a spell that allows you to swap. Okay, spontaneous. You choose from your repertoire heightened spells. Is there casting? Cantrips. Focus spells. You can learn only through special classes or feats. Obtained directly from a branch of study or from a deity. I don't think they list the concentration anymore because they errated the term because a... Oh yeah, that's right. I guess this hasn't been updated yet for like the new core material. Recently, I wanted to try and distance themselves from D&D, and B, all spells are basically constant. So why? Yeah. Replenish focus. Is it focus? Oh, hold on. I gotta see what this focus points is then, because that's what I'm curious about. First use. Okay. Focus spells are a special type of spell attained directly. You can learn focus spells only through special classes, features, or feats rather than choosing them from a spell list. Furthermore, you can cast using a special pool of focus points. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like something different. I mean, I'm curious about the different types of spells that they do have, though. Innate spells. When you gain an innate spell. Magical traditions, arcane. Oh yeah, I forgot they went to the tradition stuff, and they made it to 4, which I like. Like, D&D has a ton, and it doesn't really. There's too many that I think it's impossible for them to. They don't really do much with the different spell schools in D&D, which I don't like, or with physical damage either. Also, I don't remember the full name, but one spell that messed up casters good has the word muzzle in its name. Pathfinder 2e spell. Let's see what it says. I'm gonna go over here. Binding muzzle, maybe. The legacy content. Spell 2, so level 2 spell. A shimmering muzzle of pure magical force clamps the target's mouth shut. Oh, okay. I can see why I messed up casters. Target can attempt a fortitude save to resist the muzzle. For targets in more than one mouth, Oh, I like that. That's really cool though. I didn't even think about that. Does a higher level spell, can you like upcast like in D&D? Critical success, blah blah, targets unaffected. Failure. As success, but the effect lasts 1 minute, and they must succeed at a DC 11 flat check to cast a spell. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You can target up to five. Up to okay. So you can. Oh, is that what heighten means? It's upcasting. You can target up to 5 creatures. Okay. It's a rare spell. Source Pathfinder Heavy as the Crown, page 81. That's cool. Casting spells. Let's see. All right. One of the classes that I find interesting in Pathfinder, which is the one I like. I think it's the Alchemist or whatever it was. They can make alchemy stuff and throw it. I think that's what I'm. Oh, here we go. Classes. Yeah, it's the Alchemist. I I like the idea of just like brewing stuff. And have you ever played Guild Wars 2 Scrub? They had the Alchemist there or Engineer, and there's like a thing where they just throw grenades, but they're just throwing alchemy bombs, really. And I love the idea of putting that fantasy in a tabletop, and that's what I get from this. Alchemist got buffed big time in new stream. I actually have Pathfinder the second edition core rules physically, the game mastery guide, and the bestiary. It's just I never ran it, but I got it in a trade from some board games. I got it at a time when I traded a bunch of board games for RPGs, so I was never gonna run it because I got like little like $100. Someone gave me all of Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. I traded for a bunch of Star Wars and D&D and Dungeon Crawl Classics and Worlds Without Numbers and stuff. So it was just a lot of fantasy at once. So like I never, but like the class like identity for the Alchemist, just like that's the one that draws me the most. Is the Alchemist. Yeah, you lob bombs at your foes, and I like that you can support your allies. Like I like playing more supportish types, and I love crafting. Class is the psychic because level 1 they get 2 subclasses. Let's see. Where are the classes? Character creation? Classes. Psychic. The mind can perceive truths hidden to fine-tune instruments, house more secrets than any tome, and move objects and hearts more deftly than any lever. By delving into both the conscious and subconscious aspect of your inner self, you have awoken to the might of psychic magic, allowing you to cast spells not through incantations or gestures, but by the power of your will alone. While the thin line between your mind and reality means that a single errant thought could have unintended consequences for yourself and your companions, you know that anything is possible if you can imagine it. At first level, your class gives you an ability boost to intelligence or charisma, as determined by your choice of subconscious mind. But also say ignore somatic. That's cool. So that means they're like immune to silence, basically, right? Like they don't, if they ignore it. That's how I'm imagining. That's cool. During combat encounters, you rely on your collection of psychic cantrips and a mainstay, choosing where and when to amplify them for maximum effect. Okay, while exploring in downtime, you might. Yeah, I don't really know how to make a character in Pathfinder, so this doesn't need much to me. But their other magical gimmick is that they spend their focus spell slots to buff cantrips. That's cool. I like the idea of like working with weakest spells, right? Cantrips. I don't know if they're like weak here. Class feature, psychic feat, skill feat. Oh, okay. They got a second level spells. Initial psychic spell casting. So at first level, you have 3 cantrips and a first level spell. Spell repertoire. Swapping spells. Psychic psi cantrips and amps. The magic of your mind manifests as psi cantrips, which you can modify by spending focus points. Like other cantrips, you can cast psi cantrips as often as you like, and they are automatically heightened to half your level rounded up. Your psi cantrips are in addition to the cantrips you choose from the occult list as part of your psychic spellcasting. Generally, only feats can give you more psi cantrips. Unlike other cantrips, you can't swap out psi cantrips gained from psychic feats at a later level, unless you swap out the specific feat via retraining. My throat is getting dry. At first level, you learn 3 psi cantrips determined by your choice of conscious mind. 1 is a unique psi cantrip, and 2 are common cantrips. Typically from the occult spellcasting tradition that you can always cast as psi cantrips, you automatically gain more psi cantrips as you progress in your career as a psychic. Okay. I just want to see what one looks like. Unleash your psych. When one thinks a barrier between their inner mind and the outer mind, one can unleash true psychic power. However, their mind wasn't meant to tap its full, leading to backlash. Oh, I like that. Trigger, your turn begins. Requirements, you're in an encounter, you cast a spell on your previous turn, and you aren't stupefied. What's stupefied? Your thoughts and instincts are clouded. Stupefied. Oh, is stupefied the thing? Your thoughts and instincts are clouded. Stupefied always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to blah blah, and charisma, including will save. And skill checks that use these substitute. Anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC equals 5 plus. Okay, and it's not that high of a value. I imagine 5 plus whatever, but I don't know if like a different spell gives like a higher value. Okay. So you can like interrupt your own spellcasting by using too many spells, maybe? Could that be it? One good example is guidance. Normally it's an action for +1 to the next roll, then the target is immune for 10 minutes. With psychic buffs, it's a reaction instead of action. The 1 grows as you level instead of being locked at 1 and ignores the normal 10-minute cooldown and does not start at a 10-minute cooldown. That's cool. I like that. And so there's actions. So this still has reactions then, I'm guessing. And that's it? Or is there like another type of, like, is there like bonus actions and stuff? Because they did away with that, right? Or they don't have that at all, I think. Subconscious mind. Psychic feat. Ability boost. Precognitive. Great fortitude. Walls of will. Legendary spellcaster. Okay. Yeah, there's reactions, no bonus actions, but there are free actions, which are exactly what they sound like. You can take as many free actions as you want. Some can even be used off your turn, but you know what? They're free. Oh, so what can be like a free action, like opening a door or something, picking up an item, or I don't know, change. Like what's an example of a free action? So in this system, they have a maneuver, an action, a maneuver, and incidental. Incidentals are, you have an unlimited amount, right? The GM can obviously say arbitrate and say, look, you're abusing incidentals, chill. But like an incidental is like opening, not opening a door, but it's like pressing a button to open a door in Star Wars, right? If it's not locked, like hacked or needs to be hacked, and just pushing it, bam. Getting into cover, getting out of cover, incidental. If you go prone and you stand up, that's a maneuver. And a maneuver is also for running. So if you use your maneuver to move, you don't have any more. You can't do anything else. But you can take your action and you can downgrade it to maneuver. So you get 2 maneuvers in a turn, but then you have no action. But in this system, you also have wounds, which you can't really see here. Oops. Nope, it's just doing that. Yeah, you can't really see. I'll make this bigger for a second. See if that helps. But core. Yeah, it doesn't help at all. They don't have a way to scale this for some reason, and that's something they're working. They're working on the UX for Foundry. I hope with the next update. I don't know when. But anyway, you have health and you have strain. So like your wounds are physical, strain is like mental. So like someone can basically berate you so much you get a panic attack, right? And you're unconscious, or you just need to recover, but you're out of the fight. But you can voluntarily take stress damage to give yourself an extra maneuver on during combat, which it doesn't sound like a lot. It's only 2. So like Darth Vader has a 19 strain, but you're spending a lot of effort every round to get her to move around. It starts to take a toll, but I love it because it just encourages movement, and combat is fun when there's a lot of movement. And the system, the way it works, let me make an attack roll, or here's a check. It's just symbols. So bam, that's it. So there's like something here says there's an advantage, so the player gets to determine what the advantage. So like I can be like, I as a GM can say you can do whatever you want, like narrate your stuff, but if it's D&D, you can narrate everything you want, but your sword still did only like 1d8 damage, right? That's it. But in this system, it's like you failed to hit this target, but you rolled 3 advantage. Maybe I as a player say, I made him flinch, but he managed to dodge my attack. But now I caused him to fall over and hit a barrel, so he's a bit dazed, and now this barrel's like leaking oil, and it's about to hit like this opened electrical wire, and it catches on fire, and bam. Because they rolled these extra stuff, I can say that's now part of the scene, and I love that because then it's just the players are adding stuff to the scene. That's what I love about this system so much. And no, those are actions. Free actions are kind of like reactions because they usually have triggers. So a good one is Halfling Lung. It's a free action to activate Halfling. Okay, and Halfling Lung is like what? Is it like D&D's where if you fail a roll with a 1, you can get to re-roll again or something? I'm just wondering like what's how effective can a free action be? Like, is there a limit to how powerful it can be? I'm gonna make my standing desk stand up. Okay. My hair's messy. Okay. There we go. Halfling luck is once per day you can roll any roll, but you must. Okay, but once per day. I like that it's a limit, and it's not like just 3 per long rest. That's nice. And it only happens. That sounds like only during combat, right? If it's something that it's reacting to. So one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to use this little timer. So I want to do like 25 minutes of work and then have like a 8-minute break to talk. You're welcome to hang around, Scrub. Don't feel. I appreciate. I love the conversation. It makes it so much easier than talking to myself. But I really so the reason I put test is I want to see if I can actually do like a co-working. And so sorry, I forget. It's any skill check or saving throw specifically. However, you can get feats to give it access to attack rolls. Okay, that's cool. You can use it out of combat. I like that you can train it to be better than when it starts at. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this timer. I have a little timer started. It's at 24:59. But once that ends, it'll play a sound, and be a little break, and then after the break's over, I go back to prepping more stuff, and I want to see if I can maintain that. I don't know. See how it goes. Just because, like, ADHD and all that, it's kind of hard to concentrate sometimes. But I'll also be typing too. I want to see if I can See how it feels though. But yeah. So I'm gonna start the. I'm gonna read your thing first. Also, there's another few which is neat. It changes from once per day to once per hour. That, I mean, that sounds cool. I've never been like a min maxer, so like, I like I just pick whatever it sounds interesting to me. I will. I like crafting. That's what I like. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. Feel free to work on your stuff or type, and I'll respond when I see it. I feel like you love the event. Uh, okay, inventor. How's this ordered? Investigator, bar, champion, uncommon. Oh. Role playing the inventor. And downtime, you brainstorm new designs, bring them into fruition through careful crafting. Okay. Trained in crafting. Whoa. Okay. Well, feel free to tell me about it or about your character you're working on. If you, I'm gonna start this timer and try to at least get some maps or the pre-gen set up here. Okay, you started. Perfect. I have 4 players for this. User management. Okay. So I know who. These are like their online handles, so it's not a big deal. Dorker. Moolah. I need the character folios too. Where are they? Here we go. Kale. Pre-gens, so there'll be a few. This guy's a soldier. Human. Three brawn. 3 agility. 2 intellect. 2 cunning. 3 willpower. Okay. One thing I love about this system is like the dice. It's a dice pool system. So you have skills and you have your stats, and the greater number. So like skills are attached to a specific attribute. Whichever one is higher, that's how many green dice you have, and the lower numbers, how many of those dice you're trained in that skill. So I have 3 green dice. If I had 2 athletics, I'm trained in athletics. So that's why it's at 2 yellow. It goes from a D4 to a, what is this? A D8, I think. No, it's a D12. Wow, that's a huge difference. So yeah, you get a much higher chance of succeeding in something. Okay. He has 1 athletics, 1 coercion, 1 discipline. Where's discipline? Right here. 1 resilience. 1 brawl. Basically everything melee, everything combat is 1 except range heavy is a 2. Okay. Okay. He has a heavy blaster rifle. 6 encumbrance. Auto fire, cumbersome. But he can wield it because he has a high brawn. Okay. You deal 10 damage on a hit. Let me see if it rolls correctly. 13. Wow. 10 plus 3. So the damage works here is all weapons always do the same amount. So this heavy blaster rifle always does minimum 10 damage, and for every success you've rolled, it adds that to the number. So it makes combat so much faster because there's always a static value that's increased by your dice roll, and then it's reduced by the target's soak or armor, whatever. So they have 5 soak. 13 minus 5 is 8 wounds. This character has 12 wounds. That's not much to contend with. So fights are over fast. They can be fast or long though, because you can get really cinematic, which I really love. Anyway, crit 3. He has a vibro knife. A single frag, 1 frag grenade. Okay. Frag grenade. An armor piercing grenade also. Grenade. Perfect. This guy is like set to kill people. 5 stimpaks. Nice. Comlink padded armor. Okay, so he has a total of 5 soak. That means that's not bad. That's good. And scan goggles. Scanner goggles. Well, there we go. Okay, and 50 credits. Why are you so weirdly shaped? Okay, I'll just do it like this. This is still kale. And 50 credits. Okay. We're not going to worry about that. Does he have any talents already? No, soldier. Oh, he doesn't have a specialization though. I gotta determine his specialization then. Let's see. Reddit, Star Wars RPG, AOR, beginner, regions. There's so blah blah. That's actually for every spell in Star Wars. Actually, let me look at these because these I can just import easily. Soldier. They didn't make the original one, right? Oh, they did. Perfect. Kale. Oh, that's not what I was hoping for. I'm fine with that, but still. They gave him what? Vanguard? I'll add the Vanguard. So this system uses talent trees for its classes. And you buy them with XP. And you get 5 XP per hour, which I like. Yeah, this has been changed from like this days. Point blank. That's not even a thing here. Oh, there's point blank. Okay. I'm going to write their backstory into here because I think it'll help players pick out their pre-gen. How do I actually save it here, though? There we go. Kill of House Henaris. Let's see if this is already written down somewhere. Background. Perfect. This should really be bigger, though. Bigger there. Okay. That's perfect. Kill won't spin. Oh, he's from Alderaan. That's cool. Emotional strength, emotional weakness. Gender, male. Age, I don't know, 35. 5'10". Let's put him as 5'10" soldier. How does he look like? He looks fit, right? He's a soldier. Let's just say he's fit. Maybe it helps people roleplay better knowing that. Athletic build. Hair, I don't know. Motivations. Ambition, that's what it is. Category revenge. Okay. He has artwork too. I can take that. Kale. I like trying to, if it's possible, to find the artwork that they made. That's not it at all. I don't hate it. Could be on ArtStation for all I know. Oh, I like this. Age of Rebellion. Oh, she's one of the characters in the pre-gens. But they don't have... She's a pre-gen character also. That's cool, at least. I have two of them. Just put it right there for now so I don't lose it accidentally. That's from the card game. Alright, well, I'll take him. Let's see if it looks good. That's perfect. Kale sees Palpatine. He takes a shot with a heavy blaster rifle. Bam. Let's make it. He's nervous because it's the Emperor. A lot of black dice. Another black dice because it was very impromptu, so he didn't have time to prepare. And I'll add a third purple because this guy has the Force. 13 damage to Palpatine. 10. That's not how it actually worked, though. This check. He has been called adversary, which means, actually, let me try that again with the adversary. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I made it that also. Ooh, God, that is rough. All right. Anyway, that's one character, right? On his duty. I need his duty. Duty. Combat victory. Kale joined Rebel Special Operations and determined to win over the Empire. Okay, yeah. I see your comment. I'll read it in a second. What do you have? 10 duty? Yeah, he's got 10. Then, where do I put it down here? Here we go. Combat victory. Yeah, that sounds like really good. Leave it like that. And then perfect. That's one character. I found another new alternate spell for the archetype that gives you alt uses for spells. The cantrip sigil normally lets you put a sigil on someone that is by default invisible, but the caster can choose to turn it glowing and very visible at will. And it lasts like a year. The purpose is usually for campaigns where shapeshifters might be an issue. Just mark your friends before going to... Oh, that's cool. The alternate form you can get is the opposite. Normally, sigils for marking people you can trust. The alternate mode for marking suspicious people. It's always visible and leaves behold on an invisible trail of magical residue that you can follow using detect magic. That would make me want to use doppelgangers all the time. That's cool. I guess for me is I would wonder why after escaping my bonds would I want to be adventuring, right? If I were the lab rat. So what is your reason for that? For adventuring, I mean. Configure out token. This stream one is always an owner. So now, Tendar. Tender. Is that what it's supposed to be? Okay. He's an engineer. I like her art. He's a shipwright. Is that right? He's a shipwright? Let's see his backstory. Talent tree. Soldier repair, speaks binary, grit researcher. Tendar's story. A certain amount of dignity, refinement, and gravitas is expected from academics on Dock, the Mon Calamari homeworld. Education is highly praised in Mon Calamari society, and success in the academic sphere is an essential part of social status. To be well-educated is to be, by definition, well-bred. As such, Tendar Bell has always been a bit of an anomaly. Undeniably brilliant, Tendar was an indifferent student at the core collegium and a complete social misfit. In accordance with his family's wishes, he studied astrophysics, or rather, he is enrolled in astrophysics classes that he never actually attended, instead preferring to spend time in his chambers or in the lagoon, an undersea community of renegade computer techs who took delight in unorthodox solutions to seemingly unsolvable problems and in challenging what they saw as stodgy social conventions. Because of his reclusive lifestyle, Tendar's social graces did not improve at the Coral Collegium. His career would have continued to putter along his meandering path, but let me make this bigger. But then the Empire arrived and enslaved his planet. Tendar Bell went from frustrating collegium student to indentured shipyard technician overnight. Tendar spent years crafting starships and weapons of war for the Empire, and resentment finally began to give him a sense of purpose. When Dock was finally freed and joined the Rebel Alliance, Tendar eagerly signed on to do his part in undermining the Empire. Initially, Alliance High Command assigned him to work in the Mon Calamari shipyards, but Tendar's disrespect for the social conventions of his own people proved problematic. He was reassigned to an R&D position on the A-Wing project, where his unorthodox approach helped him solve certain persistent problems with the targeting computers. But he still chafed against regulations. Tendar helped save the base on Carduin from an Imperial assault by randomizing all the Starfighter's IFFs mid-battle, creating confusions for the untested A-Wings to exploit. As a result, Alliance Command concluded that his true talent lay in unconventional to the point of crazy thinking, and assigned him as a tech expert for special operations. Tendar enjoys the ever-changing puzzles of his duties and takes particular pleasure in finding unorthodox. I like this guy. This guy is cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, easy. I'm building him for a specific campaign, but I might alter him or others if he can't be used in this one. It takes place at a magic college. He got recommended to the college by someone with strong pull and was offered free accommodations, food, tends to better control the rune scars into him. Do not have salt. That's cool. I always like, I don't know, I like to involve schooling for some reason with my characters. I had a character who was a wizard who had like a scholar background, and his thing was that he had a PhD that he failed to defend 6 times successfully. So he went adventuring to get field experience in order to defend his, justify his PhD. And that's it. That's really all it was. And one voyage later, he's shipwrecked on an island with other players. He was fun. Engineer, shipwright. Okay, there we go. And what does he have skill-wise? He has 2 computers. 1 in knowledge, intellect. I gotta look over here. It's education. Mechanics, medicine, outer rim. Okay. Yeah, education makes sense. Outer rim, he has 1. Vigilance, he has 1. Range light, 1. Medicine, mechanics, 1 each. I guess knowledge got changed into education. I'm gonna leave that at 1. We already had 1 from his species, actually, I think, right? You can breathe underwater without penalty. Let's see. Society, physiology, modifiers. Yeah, they get +1 to education. So that's why he has 2 now. Okay. He has a blaster pistol. Was this found anywhere? Let's see. Tendar Bell. Oh, here's one. Let's see. Please be the full size. Oh, perfect. Okay. Can I download you? Nope. I gotta do it this way. I'm gonna AI upres this because it'll look better in Foundry. What's it called? Waifu? Okay, double. It takes a bit of time. Are you done? There we go. Okay. And make his token. Look at him. He's so happy. I like him. Who doesn't like a Mon Calamari? Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta give him. Oh yeah, I also have to do this. Prototype. Link the data. Friendly. Display name hovered by anyone. Always for everyone. And then Tendar, same thing. Powered by anyone. Friendly. Always for everyone. There. Kale. Tendar. That's 2. Don't need you. He has a blaster pistol. Stun grenade. Fist. Yeah. He can punch, but he's not very strong, so he probably shouldn't. I think this should add the 2 automatically, right? Let's see. Let's just assume he's successful. Okay, well, I need to be successful to see the damage. I'm just going to add a bunch of blue dice. Okay, so that's the 2. Perfect. He's got 2 stim packs. There's a comm link. Armored vest. I guess armored. Oh, break time. Okay, let's see. Well, that's another cool alternate spell. The alternate form for grease, which works basically like. Oh, let me add the timer real quick. This is gonna be 8 minutes and start. There, that's the break time. Okay, that's another cool spell. Basically, like in the alternate forms ability is you can cut someone increasing in fire weakness. I like that. That's cool. Just set people on fire. That's for the sigil. I like the flexibility on that. Are there other stuff you could do? Like other ways you can what other options you are for changing it? Well, hold on. This is break. Don't touch this. Let me look at Star Wars stuff. That's for Greece. Oh, right, yeah. Greece. That's cool though. All right. Here we go. What other systems do you play? Do you play other or is Pathfinder all you play right now? I have the book writing for this one next week, which I can't wait for. Like, I really want to try this one out. It looks like just like a JRPG. And like you don't worry about, you have like frontline defenders and like backline attackers and stuff. So like your melee people in the front and your range people in the back. So it's very like JRPG inspired. I haven't read the whole thing yet. Explore, fight. Here we go. I love the artwork so much. I played Pathfinder in a bit of 5e. Right now, my 5e character is an Oath of the Watcher's Paladin. Okay, so you like your D20 fantasy stuff, right? I think this is D20 based too, but it's like very different. Yeah, so like here's like an example, like a weapon range, right? Like you measure things in squares. So, and I still haven't finished reading it, so I can't really explain it well. Cantaloupe, which I haven't got to try. I read the beta rules. I'd rather just play Blades in the Dark, honestly. I have Call of Cthulhu, which I really enjoy a lot, and I want to run more of that again. It's been so long since I run it, so like I feel like really weak on my horror. But I have a friend, and she really wants to try She wants to try Call of Cthulhu with her brother. It's like I'll run it for both of you. We can stream it. And they said yeah, so I might do an actual play of Call of Cthulhu, and I'll see how that goes. Because I also own all of Vossen. I don't know if you know what Vossen is. Do you know Vossen from Free League? Here we go. This one. I own everything physically, and I own it on Foundry also, which is is it Slavic? No, it's a Swedish like folklore horror, right? And I love the artwork so much. The artwork is incredible, and the books have this like nice texture to them. I love Free League's like printing or whatever you call it, the production quality of their books. Amazing production quality. And hold on, I'm gonna go get one of the books. Let's see if the camera picks it up. Yeah, so like I love this art style so much. It's just trying to like make it visible, but it's like this nice texture on it, so it makes it really easy to grip. Even the pages feel just it's like such high quality, and the artwork. Oh man, the artwork. I have the PDFs. I should just open the PDFs. Do I have them on here? Boston. I don't think I have it out here. No, I don't have it on my computer right now. But I did buy Dragonbane too, and I bought the starter set, and they had a sale recently, and I have it on Foundry as well now too, and just like the artwork is amazing, and I love the duck stuff so much. This is a D20 system. Are you familiar with Dragonbane? Because this is from like 1985, and this is the first time it's in English, and this is a D20 roll under system, and the numbers are really low, so like you have low health, but like being an artisan, being a merchant, right? That's the stuff I like. I don't want to be like a fighter. I want to be a scholar type character. I want to worry about my wealth or my social standing. I don't want to care about fighting too much. And this is supposed to be like much easier to run with like less bloat of D&D, I guess, is a way. The Fallout system. Yeah, I haven't played it either. I've been reading a bit. That one I feel I would only run it on a virtual tabletop. It's really I don't know if Matthew is the right word, but you have a lot to keep track of, where I feel it would be difficult in person. But I look at this artwork. Oh man, I love how this like it's just it like yeah, you've seen a dragon in D&D, but it's a Swedish style and or whatever. I forget the artist's name, but I like how it just looks different. It's something I'm not used to. Well, it was great talking. You're welcome to, feel free to follow. It'd be cool to talk again and hear more about how your game goes. But thank you for stopping in.
Hello there.
I appreciate it. And hopefully you can sleep with your insomnia. Have a good night. Okay. Minotaur. Okay. That is really cool. Do I have it on here? Old school essentials. Nope. I deleted it. Oh yeah, I also have Fox Die. Just in case the Dorker can't do it. You know what? It's late. I'm gonna take a sleep aid. I've been falling asleep really weird hours because of this infection. I hate it. You know what? It's already 3:43, and I've been on for an hour and a half, which is longer than I wanted to do for like a test. I might actually just do this tomorrow. The break's already over, and maybe I'll do the whole thing tomorrow, and actually be much more stringent about not talking. But it was a cool little thing to do. I'll continue this tomorrow maybe, or maybe I'll do it on Tuesday because I don't have an RPG game and I can prep it on Tuesday, and that'll be fine too. Thanks for the follow, Scrub Lord. I really appreciate it. It's always I just love talking RPGs and I like having people here. So yeah, I'm gonna end here.